It's a picturesque afternoon for football in the Northeast, and EA Sports comes to you from MetLife Stadium, just across the Hudson River from New York City. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the New York Jets. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case, Justin Fields has plenty of it, and he flashed it big time during his short tenure in Pittsburgh. Now he has an opportunity in New York to be a full-time starter once again, and the Jets are excited about his potential.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action. It's Fields. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Off play action, Fields. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So on 4th down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. Kevontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played at a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs and have a major impact.
Prescott down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
First down, Dallas.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Prescott from the gun. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game, and nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Williams not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. This looks like a free play for Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Prescott on third and goal. Under pressure now. He's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up fourth down. Fourth and goal. Boy, this has been a nice first drive for them, but right there, Charles, a sack on third and goal, that's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on fourth down, it's a much more difficult decision now. Likely kick the field goal, but if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
A 25-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Fields. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A first catch there for Wilson and a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Out right, he's got Ruckert. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Throwing again is Fields. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and 10.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
Folks' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now Prescott. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Prescott. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, it's Blue. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ferguson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And tackled on the play by Mark Robinson.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Dallas.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 2nd down and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Here's Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-3.
Jets 3.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And New York set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Fields. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
A give running right is Hall. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
That's good.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Fields. That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 23. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him the 1st.
That's good for Jets. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the gun, Fields. Buying time to his left. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Nick Folk for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Now Dak Prescott and the offense heading back onto the field. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And the Jets are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw. This pass out wide to Hall.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when, as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
Fields.
Escapes the sack. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. To throw is Fields.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
From the gun, here's Fields.
That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Fields. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We see drops happen on hitch routes. A lot of the time it's because the timing's off on the play, or trying to get his head upfield right before he secures the pass. Last thing, though, it's such an explosive move on the hitch route that sometimes they don't get their body settled before the ball gets there.
On second and goal, Fields. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
It's a loss of 4. Brings up
Solomon Thomas. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A beautiful fake. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Throwing, Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
A give to Williams, running right. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. It looked like they were trying to get him outside there, but this defense had different plans.
Yeah, they really had an outside-in kind of a pass rush. It's almost like when you're covering a punt. You can't let him get to the outside and get to the sideline. You force him to stay in the middle of the field, and they did exactly that and made the play.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Here's one deep for Pickens. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that will pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
One play action. Fields. And he wants Reynolds way downfield.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Josh Reynolds, 49 yards. And the Jets are going to take the lead.
So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Now Folk for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Partner, like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Connecting with a running back, Javonte Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
First down, Cowboys.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
A jet sweep. Here's Tolbert. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
It's a loss of a yard.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No
yardage. Okay.
Now Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's brought down. 18 more yards there and another first down.
That's good for a Jets.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Donovan Wilson.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Josh Reynolds with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. On for the extra point is Folk. And the lead is up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Dallas.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Prescott down. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll throw again. Prescott drops it to Blue, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Prescott. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 18-yard line.
2nd and 6. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Beck. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a gain of 5.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and that's good for a Jet first down.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Ball again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
It's a gain of 8.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 42.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a 4-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Able to slither by, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the fourth quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. And right now these guys shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They begin the drive with Williams.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Oh, that is incomplete.
The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Paul want to give up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Here's Hall again. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This is 2nd and 8. Fields going to keep it running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Fields. Nice little juke. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.